in the whip, baby. Back in the whip. Oh, had to take a break on the whip a little bit because I actually changed whips. So, for those who did not know, the whip used to take place in the flex. Alright, that was spacious. I had places where I could get the camera angles the way I wanted to. But that whip belonged to Pop Dukes. And at that point in time, I was whipless. And I was kind of like borrowing his while he was on, you know, rest and relaxation and everything. He was doing his thing, recovering from the whole cancer surgery, blah blah blah, and all that. And you know, praise God, he's doing a lot better. And now that he's doing a lot better, he wants to get out there and start fishing and doing all that other stuff that he enjoys doing. And the man needs his whip. So that whip got replaced with yeah, I'm just checking out my speakers real quick. It's weird. Yeah, so that got replaced, and now I'm in my whip. Now got a little Nissan action happening, whatever, and that's what we're rolling with at this point in time. So back in the whip, and the reviews are gonna be back in full effect. So today, I'ma holla at y'all. The kitchen was fire, you know. I guess it was based on graphic novel too as well. The story takes place in Hell's Kitchen. Kind of got this Irish mob mixed with the Guido mob, and it was kind of hard to follow a little bit because I didn't read the actual graphic novel. But now that I saw that movie, I'm gonna probably go back and read the graphic novel. Vertigo Comics that picked that up. Vertigo usually picks up the stuff that's a little bit more risque. So that's gonna be one that I'm gonna check out. I will be checking that out. But basically, it takes place in Hell's Kitchen. It's got 3 wives whose husbands, knockaround guys or thugs, pretty much get popped and have to do a few years in the joint, and they kind of take over their spots while they're locked up. It's pretty interesting how they kind of take over and are trying to hold it down for their family. Because at first it's supposed to be, you know, if your husbands get popped and have to do a bid, the family would take care of you. But the family wasn't taking care of them like they were supposed to. The guy who assumed power after they got popped just was not, he wasn't running it the way it should have been run. And the girls come up with this crazy idea to, yo, we can do this. And they try to do this. And they are successful in doing this for a while. And then things start to happen where they start getting a little bit too successful. And then members of that mob start trying to take them out. And then they don't know who they can trust. And so they start taking each other out. And it's crazy. It gets like absolutely bananas. You know, the acting was on point. Tiffany Haddish held it down. I'm gonna give her a shout out. The chick too, and I wish I had my stuff written down because I can't remember McCarthy. She's funny as hell though. I actually love her. She's funny as hell. I usually go see her movies too, but She was mad serious in this movie. They all had to play serious roles in this movie, and it was pretty cool to see Tiffany Haddish and her play a serious role. The other chick that was with her, I think it was Elizabeth something. I've seen her in other roles where she had to play somebody serious or somebody gets smacked around or something like that, and she's always held that down. But for Tiffany Haddish and McCartney to hold it down the way they did, as far as playing a serious role and like being like, oh snap, yeah, in real life, if you accidentally make these chicks mad, what would happen type thing. They were believable. They were believable to the point where it's like, oh man, I wouldn't want to make these girls mad for any reason. But the story was good. This is one that you can go and check out. It's a good story. You should go check it out. I gave it 4 out of 5. I know if I had probably read the comic and they didn't stick as close to the comic as they were supposed to, then I probably would have gave it maybe a 3 out of 5. But in some cases, I'll just I'll do the thing like I'll just watch the movie if I haven't, and then I'll check the graphic novel out afterwards, especially if I already like the movie. I did that with I did that with a couple of movies. One of the movies that I did not do that with was Watchmen, because Watchmen was, the comics were ridiculous. That storyline was crazy, and I had to read that. So when they finally said they were going to make a movie out of that, I jumped all over that. I loved that whole entire series. Other than that, I'm just shaking the cobwebs off pretty much with this particular In the Web, just to let y'all know that I'm back and in full effect. You know? And we back and we driving. You can tell the camera's shaking all over the place. But I will holler at y'all a little bit later. We'll be doing I'll be doing my Hobbs and Shaw too, so I'll be back with the Hobbs and Shaw, and people should have already been out and checked that out. That way I can actually do spoilers on that one. I ain't really want to do spoilers on this one. Alright, so I'm almost at work, so I'll holler at y'all later from the whip. Peace.